Of course, big news today from the maker of Narcan. The opioid overdose reversal drug will be available on store shelves as early as next week.
Leanna Scachetti has been following up on this from the digital news desk. That's where she joins us now live. So, Leanna, you first reported back in March this was going to be available over the counter thanks to a move from the FDA.
Yeah, that's right, Natalie. So we've been waiting for today's announcement to find out exactly when we could see it on the stores, shelves of stores like Kroger and CVS, but also to find out how much it'll cost. So let's get into it. Narcan, the nasal spray product containing naloxone, it's been around for a couple years, right? And as we said, it can reverse the effects of an opioid overdose, including fentanyl. But up to now, you usually had to get it from a harm reduction group, health department, or other qualified group that could hand it out. But with this FDA approval, the company can now offer it over the counter, next to Band-Aids and the cold medicine. So today I spoke with a representative from Emergent Biosolutions, which makes the product, and they told me you can find it as early as this weekend on store shelves and online, and certainly into next week.
If you administer it to somebody who is not experiencing an opioid overdose, there are no side effects. There's no harm done to that person. So by carrying Narcan, and that's why the OTC designation, I think, is important. It adds yet another avenue for people to access and acquire the product and carry it with them and potentially help save a life.
All right, so I'm trying something a little new because I want to show you guys this, but this is a box of Narcan. This is what it looks like. So you can see the manufacturer's suggested retail price for the 4 milligram product like this one. It's going to be about $45, and this contains 2 doses. Ultimately, the retailer will set the price, but we know that people in active substance use might not have the money to buy it, so it will still be made available through community groups who work with these folks to get it to them for free or very cheap.
So there are definitely other options besides going to the store, but this makes it just more accessible. And Leanna, for someone who hasn't used Narcan or any sort of naloxone, are there instructions or trainings available to be able to use it properly?
That's a great question, Kate. Typically when it's given out, groups like the health department will offer Revive training. You can still get that more extensive training, but all of the boxes also come with these step-by-step instructions in the little front flap. The big important thing to remember, if you're administering this, you'll also want to call 911. And you were talking about the nitazines and xylazines earlier. It's especially important to call 911 if somebody is overdosing on that, because as you said, the naloxone can only go so far, and those folks will really need oxygen. So calling 911 is very important. But I will note we have a tutorial for administering naloxone on our website, which you can watch right now.
Lots of helpful information.
Yeah,
so, Leanna, thank you for tracking all of that for us.